Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Well, my brother Adam took his first airplane trip out to Seattle for my wedding, and that was his first flying experience ever. And he's a little past 30. Of course, I think my first flight was at 5 years old. It was a birthday present for my 5th birthday. Just in a little Cessna plane, we flew around town, if you will. It was kind of cool. And I didn't really do a lot of flying throughout my childhood, but then in later years, in doing a lot more work around the country, I fly very frequently. I fly enough that I have frequent flyer miles on just about every possible airline out there. So I've traveled by air a lot. I'm kind of used to it now. I still do get a little nervous when turbulence hits and starts getting a bit bouncy. Not as bad as I used to be, certainly. But I think there are things that the travel industry, in relation to air travel, could do to make the experience potentially better, other than jacking up the rates, which is seemingly inevitable. Technology is going to continue to advance, and so we've come up with a few ideas here about what the future of air travel might look like. And a given, I guess, for some of us geeks is that outer space, we're going to be there. And I don't mean we're going to fly to the moon. We're just going to, take our crafts higher and higher and higher. And in doing that, we're able to get to our destination a lot sooner. So that's probably going to happen quicker than anything else in here. A second point, and this may actually be available today. I've never really seen one. A luggage tracker. I mean, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to have something like that inside your luggage at any given time to watch where it's at. I suppose you could plant a GPS in there as long as it was able to be remotely tracked to watch your luggage go. In fact, it'd be kind of interesting to have a broadcast of it. Of course, I don't think they would allow you to do that since it's some kind of signal. But to then watch or let other people track you or your luggage as it goes from point A to point B. And it'd be neat to throw in like a luggage tracker into a suitcase that you had lost, and it may actually have been stolen. You'd be able to find it a heck of a lot quicker if it was tracked, and the person who had taken it did not necessarily know that it was tracked. So if that technology's out there, I'd be interested in knowing about it, and certainly if it's not, there's an invention for you. Here's another thing that I've only had once, and I appreciated it: internet access. I was on Connection by Boeing Flight, which is a program that no longer is being developed or pursued. But we flew around. It was like a test flight. We flew around Mount Rainier, and it was amazing. Oh, the views were amazing. But the internet was just free flowing, and I had Skype conversations with people, and I didn't do live streaming because that wasn't available at that point. But it'd be nice to have internet access and some kind of charging station, so you didn't have to worry about packing up your battery. Even if they gave us like a USB port to power things with, you could have your iPod going constantly. You could have a PSP going constantly. Any type of device that would charge by USB, really. That's all they'd need to install, some kind of USB port. That's it. That's all we'd really ask. Internet access may be asking a little too much, although I'd love to see it. Another thing we thought about, now this isn't really related to tech, but massages would just be nice. I mean, imagine if you were on a long flight or even a short flight and you're just kind of stressed out. Imagine if you could plunk down some money, maybe it's $20 or whatever, and get even a 10-minute massage or a 20-minute massage. Would that not be worth it? Oh, I'd totally do it. I would totally do it. Yeah, come on. It's an amenity and everything, but if you're stressed out and you don't want to be on that plane and you've got a long flight, it'd be nice to get up halfway through it, and you'd probably have to sign up for it ahead of time and watch your time, but I'd totally do it. Totally would do it. It'd be nice. And then the last point that we thought about the future of air travel, in-flight competitions in gaming. I mean, you're not going anywhere. There are probably other people on the plane who either have devices or, if they had a controller at their seat and you had a controller at your seat and you're playing an Xbox or PS3 or Wii or whatever and playing competitively, why not? Why not have a LAN party on the plane? I mean, if you wanted to opt into that, you could sit in that seat or whatever and then just have fun on the plane. You know, that one of the best flights that I ever took was one of the longest flights I ever took, a red eye, between here, Seattle, and New York on JetBlue. And the reason why I loved it, the seat was comfortable enough, I guess. I was in the middle between two friends, and, well, actually, Ponzi, my wife, and a friend, and they had a screen. Everybody had their own television screen, and it pulled in a satellite television. And it was the longest flight, but I was totally sucked into the content. Like, I was just in. I was like, this is great. This is great. And I've been on flights that have been just as long and have had nothing in terms of mindless entertainment. But anyway, I really, you know, I know prices are going up because of gas and just the cost of travel, and, you know, the whole, you know, industry is just, it's in trouble, and it really needs to concentrate more on consumers. Because, you know, if given a choice between spending a lot of money or not spending as much money, and either postponing a potential trip or, you know, routing around, you know, your existing plans because of the cost, especially if there's no benefit to you, I mean, this is just, to me, it's a no-brainer. You can't raise prices without raising expectations as well. And I've just seen the opposite happen. Prices have gone up, expectations have gone down. It's just not a good situation. And that kind of adversarial relationship just doesn't create good vibes. And some of these fixes can be simple, potentially expensive. I mean, how much is a masseuse going to cost you? I don't know. Be nice to have. And I don't mean just for the first class people. Be nice to just have one class. Wouldn't it? Anyway, if you've got any thoughts on the future of air travel, feel free to pass them along. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. Of course, you are more than welcome to leave a follow-up comment here to this blog post. And you're also welcome to join us in our chat room. We're typically talking technology, even when it's related to things that we do outside of the world of tech. And I know travel is tech, and, you know, certainly you couldn't fly without technology, but I'm saying, like, technology impacts our lives, and we just like thinking about these things. What about you? Do you like dreaming about how things could or should be? That's how things happen, I guess. Maybe I'm too practical, I think, and a bit of a dreamer, a practical dreamer, believe it or not. I didn't say, like, transport or anything. Come on. I could have, but I didn't. Anyway, if you want to talk tech with us, we're streaming this video out live 24 hours a day. I am. This is a video feed that we're recording live and capturing and then throwing onto the web, because we're streaming on the web. I'll shut up now. We're at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.